Hey guys, this is Rupesh from Beebom.com, and Samsung has just announced its latest A series budget smartphone, the Galaxy A21s. And well, this is the Galaxy A21s. So what's new with it? What are the upgrades that this budget smartphone brings? Well, let's take a look at the brand new Galaxy A21s. First up, the design of the Galaxy A21s hasn't changed a lot from other Samsung phones in this price segment. You still get the glass-like plastic finish with a little bit of gradient thrown in, and it's still a very functional design. You get the Type-C port, the headphone jack and the single speaker on the bottom, and you get the dedicated dual SIM plus micro SD slots. Also, as you can notice, it has a physical fingerprint scanner on the back because the Galaxy A21s does not have an AMOLED display. On the front, you get a 6.5-inch IPS LCD display with the HD resolution. I like the fact that this is an Infinity O display with the whole punch hole design because that makes up for a very modern and edge-to-edge look. Yes, AMOLED or even 1080p resolution would have been nicer, but this is a budget phone and I don't know the price yet, so I'm going to keep my expectations in check. Apart from that, the phone has the Widevine L1 certification, so Netflix and Prime Video videos play in HD. Now, display changes apart, the Galaxy A21s brings a brand new chipset in tow. The phone is powered by the latest 8nm Exynos 850 processor, which is an octa-core chipset with two quad Cortex A55 core clusters that can go up to 2 GHz. And it's paired with the Mali G52 GPU. Anyway, 8nm plus Cortex A55 cores mean that the Exynos 850 should be a very power-efficient processor. Anyway, let's check out the benchmark scores. Well, here are the Antutu and Geekbench 5 scores, and as you can see, the Exynos 850 isn't going to beat the competition, but hopefully the phone is fast and smooth in the long run. I mean, as of now, I haven't faced any lag or stutters, so hoping for the best. As for gaming, I've only gotten the chance to play a few PUBG mobile sessions, but if you want to know, the game runs on HD graphics and high frame rate by default, which is also the highest graphics setting, and on that setting, the gameplay was decent enough. Another thing that's an upgrade in the Galaxy A21s is the cameras. It's a quad camera setup including a 48-megapixel primary sensor, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens, a 2-megapixel depth sensor, and a 2-megapixel macro lens. Well, this seems like a capable camera setup and the results look good too, so far. Here are some shots from the phone, and as you can see, some of the shots are really pleasing, especially when it comes to the details and the dynamic range. Yes, some photos look a bit overexposed, but it's a bit too early, and as you can see, some of the shots are pretty nice. As for low light, like most budget phones, there's a bit of struggle in the dark conditions, but the A21s has managed to take some decentish shots. I also took the ultra-wide-angle camera for a spin, and as with most Samsung phones, the ultra-wide shots look good with nice colors and exposure. The details are kind of lacking, but other than that, things seem positive. Apart from that, the phone obviously has the macro lens, so here are a couple of macro shots I took, and they look fine for a phone macro lens. On the video front, there's no 4K or 1080p 60 FPS support on the phone, so I shot a 1080p 30 FPS video, and as you can see, the quality is fine. I know the video is not very stable, and that's probably because I was holding the phone with one hand and cycling. Yeah, I'm kind of daredevil like that. As for the selfies, here are a couple of selfies I took from the 13-megapixel camera on the front. Moving on, when it comes to software, the Galaxy A21s comes with the latest One UI 2.1 on board on top of Android 10, and that means you get all the latest One UI features like automatic dark mode, navigation gestures, and more. Plus, you get all the Samsung features like Samsung Health, knock security. So yeah, this is great. Then there's the battery. Keeping up with the A series and M series tradition, the Galaxy A21s packs a big 5000 mAh battery with 15-watt fast charging. Now, most budget and mid-range Samsung smartphones boast off some great battery life, and the A21s features the very power-efficient Exynos 850, so the battery life should be pretty amazing. All in all, it's pretty clear that the Galaxy A21s is another all-round solid budget smartphone from Samsung, and Samsung is putting this as the Galaxy A30s successor. And if you look at it that way, this does bring some good upgrades. I mean, it brings a new Infinity O design display, it packs in the new Exynos 850 chipset, the cameras have been upgraded, and like always, there's the reliable latest One UI, and the battery is great. Yes, I haven't used the phone extensively, and I know there are a few questions around the phone, but you know what? I think it all depends on the price, and I'll reserve my judgment when we get to know the price. Having said that, if you are a Samsung fan, I think the Galaxy A21s should be a decent all-around smartphone package for you guys. Well, what do you think of the new Galaxy A21s? Tell us in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to share it with your friends. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.